day to day. Where do you want to be?
Hello, my name's Dean.
And my name's Fiona, and we're both from Melbourne, Victoria, in Australia.
This is our sailboat called Time Flies, which we are currently sailing up the east coast of Australia. This next video is the beginning of our journey, preparing Time Flies to exit Port Phillip Bay into Bass Strait.
And making our journey north towards Eden and crossing into the state of New South Wales.
Woo!
Yay!
Before leaving our hometown of Melbourne and sailing out Port Phillip Heads into Bass Strait, there were a few tasks that we needed to complete. The standing rigging on Time Flies is over 10 years old, which needed to be replaced for insurance. At the same time, we also installed new wiring, a new VHF antenna, and gave our mast and boom an overhaul and new paint. We replaced all the old windows, which were cracked and crazed and would often leak. Time Flies has also pulled out the water to fit new engine mounts and have the shaft realigned. We installed a new AIS and wired into the chart plotter. This was a 2-beer job. Some last minute provisioning and arranging storage inside the boat. Some whiteboard markers to help keep track of our progress. An additional house battery. And finally a new spray dodger to help keep us a little more comfortable on our journey ahead. With most things ticked off our list, all we had to do now was leave the marina and sail to Queenscliff, with some lovely Melbourne weather to send us off.
Smile, darling. The ship's out to sea. There's our marina.
Finally we did manage to find a break in the weather and set sail for our 6-hour journey across Port Phillip Bay to Queenscliff.
Fly RBY suit.
With dust in your gun, and nobody respects a liar. So goodbye,
Goodbye,
for
Melbourne.
a while. I'm off to explore every boundary and every door. Yeah, I'm going north.
With some strong wind and the tide on our side, we made good time and arrived at Queenscliff early. At one point we even made 10 knots over ground.
Cause nothing's achieved when pushed up his sleeve. So nobody thinks you're a fool. So goodbye for a while.
After a good rest, it was now time to repair the furler, which had come apart on the way down.
Yeah, I'm going north.
And then it was time to explore a bit of Queenscliff. We watched some friends come in through the heads, and took some time to meet the locals. Finally finding a break in the heavy weather conditions, we managed to exit Port Phillip Heads at slack water 4 AM in the morning and made our 52 nautical mile journey to Cleland Bight. The sea conditions were a little uncomfortable, although we did make good time, averaging 6 knots, and we were also joined by some friendly dolphins along the way. Coming into Cleland Bight, we were greeted with some sunny skies and some protection from the strong wind. With the anchor set and a glass of red to help warm us up, it was time to catch dinner, but we were not very successful. Once again, the weather forecast was not kind, so we decided to do a bit of exploring on the inflatable tender. A spot of exercise on the beach. And some fresh calamari for dinner.
Beautiful afternoon here before some big winds coming tonight.
And the wind died down a little.
With 2 days of good weather forecast, we decided it was time to leave Cleland Bight and head for Refuge Cove. The wind and swell direction made our trip a little uncomfortable, but we were once again entertained by many dolphins along the way.
Don't rock my boat, no, 'cause I don't want my boat to be rocked. rocking. I'm telling you that, oh,
Close to Wilson's Promontory, I learnt what happens when your inflator gets stuck in the wheel.
can you miss? And you should know, ooh, oh, when I like it like this, I'm a really is. Yeah.
Coming into Refuge Cove in just under 13 hours of sailing, the sun started to go down. We managed to set anchor, have a scotch and settle in for a good night's sleep.
By my soul, yes, I've been telling you, make me the sweetest cake.
Waking up in the morning, Refuge Cove did not disappoint.
Oh, can't you see what you've done for me? You make me feel like when we bend the new corners, we feel like sweepstake winners, yeah. Well, we can
With the weather forecast not looking so good, we said good morning to our neighbour before getting ready to sail on the next 110 nautical mile overnight journey to Lakes Entrance. Leaving Refuge Cove, we had some sunshine and a good 15-knot breeze to help us on our way.
Just look around, man. You see you get magic, so just sit back, relax, enjoy your while you still have it. Don't look back on life, man, and only see tragic. Because you can be better than that. Let it get the better of you. What can be better than that? Life's not about
We decided to head out past Seal Rock before heading in the direction of Lakes Entrance.
be better than that. Life's not about what's better. All the time while you're looking away, there are things you can do, man. There's things you can say to the ones you're with whom you're spending the day. Get your gaze out tomorrow. Now come on, man. Because you can be better than that. Let it get the better of you. What can be better than that? Life's not about what's better than. You can be better than that. Let it get the better of you. What can be better than that? Life's not about what's better. I know sometimes
We were once again greeted by some friendly dolphins, but had a long sail ahead of us with the wind on the nose. The wind did eventually change in our favour, and we managed to make some distance without having to take into the wind.
This is CMS, nothing heard, so proceeding outbound on the Lakes Entrance bar.
By sunrise, the wind completely dropped, and the sea state became very calm as we come up to the notorious Lakes Entrance bar. Navigating the lake's entrance bar can sometimes be very tricky, but with such good conditions we were able to safely cross the bar into lake's entrance. Waiting for some bad weather to pass, we spent a bit of time in lake's entrance and had a look around.
Anymore. Our guests. Good evening.
After most of the bad weather and swell passed, we took some time to observe the lake's entrance bar and plan our exit on slack water the following morning at 4 a.m. Making our way over the bar and navigating away from the incoming swell and breaking waves, we set course for New South Wales on a 140 nautical mile journey to Eden. The swell conditions were a bit lumpy, but we had good wind and managed to make it to Eden, East Boyd Bay, at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, after a 22-hour overnight sail. What's the time, Fiona? What's the time?
Watch doesn't work.
Oh. We've just arrived.
The time is 3:23 a.m. Tuesday, the 31st of May. We made it to New South Wales before June. Woohoo!
So we've just set anchor in Eden, or Ben Boyd,
East Boyd Bay.
East Boyd Bay.
Yay!
And it's been cold and we've been sailing for nearly 23 hours.
Yeah, because no, less than 23.
Less
Less
than
than
23.
24. Less than 24 hours. We left at 5:30 a.m. So we've done it in really good time. Yay!
And we're a bit wet, a bit cold.
Ready for a sleep.
3:30 in the morning. Got our pyjamas on. Ready to have a scotch and celebrate.
Yay!
Cheers! We haven't drunk for 23 hours. The time is 8:30. Let's have a look at where we threw anchor last night.
It's a bit
Oh,
dark
wow.
when we get here. Oh.
After a few hours sleep, we were greeted with sunshine, and we were very excited and relieved that we had finally made it across Bass Strait and were now in New South Wales.
Day to day, where do you want to be? 'Cause now you're trying to pick a fight with everyone you need. You seem